Hi everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today I am starting a new vlog where I read as many new releases as I can in a short amount of time as possible. If not, maybe it'll extend a little bit longer. We will see. I haven't decided how long this is going to take yet. But I am very excited for some new releases that recently came out that I feel like I need to read right now. I don't want to wait anymore. I just want to dive right on in to these new releases that I'm super excited to read. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to bring you guys on that journey with me. So the first book I'm going to start with is Brimstone by Callie Hart. I have been ecstatic to continue this series. I really enjoyed Quicksilver. I gave Quicksilver 4.5 stars. I had some issues with Kingfisher in the beginning of the first book, but he redeemed himself towards the end in my eyes. So I'm like, I need to know what's going to happen, because the way that Quicksilver ended was one heck of a cliffhanger. And I know that Quicksilver is also being made into a movie for Netflix, and I am so excited for the movie. But because Brimstone just came out, like, not that long ago, just a few days ago, as of me filming this, I really want to get started. So, no more putting off Brimstone. Now is the time to dive right on in. I also really love these end pages. If you guys can see that. It's really cool. And then the end pages on the other side is really pretty also. I just love this snowy, background we have going on. So I cannot wait to dive right on in. So I'm going to get started. However, I will be leaving sometime soon to go to Starbucks to see my friend Jay. Not because I actually want to drink, which I do, but I mostly want to see Jay. Because it's been a while. I think it's been at least a week. So we're going to go see him. So whenever, I'm going to try to do at least a little bit before we leave. And then I will continue when we get home. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on reading. Hopefully I'll have an update for you guys later on. I just can't wait to dive on in. So this is going to be a very exciting read for me. I'm hoping it's going to live up to Quicksilver. So this should be an interesting journey. So I'm going to get started on reading. I will check back in with you guys later on. It is now about 2:30 in the morning going into Sunday. I did do some reading. I didn't get much done in Brimstone before I left for Starbucks earlier. I got like 8 pages in to start with. But as of now, at 2:30 in the morning, I got to page 205, which is the start of chapter 17. And I'm really liking where this is going so far. It's interesting how Kingfisher and Saris, they're both kind of off on their own little journeys right now. Like, Saris is trying to figure out herself. Kingfisher is on his way to get some silver. And I love how Kingfisher has Carrion with him. I really enjoy Carrion, I think. In all honesty, I think Carrion's the most interesting character. Because we don't really know much about him. He's very mysterious. I mean, we know some about what he is, but I want to know more of his backstory. I'm hoping we'll get more of that as we keep going throughout this book. And I just think he's just so interesting. And I kind of like his sense of humor. It's kind of funny. And I do like Saris. She gives me similar vibes to Selena from Throne of Glass. And like, they're kind of similar personality-wise, I think. But I think we're going to see her even more well-developed in this. I'm hoping. Because what I read from her in Quicksilver, I really enjoyed. And I'm hoping to see more of that in this. I think it's really cool. Like, after the cliffhanger at the end of Quicksilver, in the beginning of this, the way she takes charge in this one, I won't spoil anything in case you haven't read the Quicksilver yet, but the way she is really finding her voice, and I'm really liking that about her. And then there's some really interesting side characters, and I wish we had more like backstory of the side characters. Maybe we will as the book goes on. Then I found out earlier there's a third book coming out. And there's a cliffhanger at the end of this one. And I'm like, great, another cliffhanger.
Oh, come on. You love cliffhangers. They're good for you.
Yeah, but we have to wait a whole another year for the next book.
Hey, I know how that goes.
Yeah, you gotta wait for your Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Exactly. I don't wanna.
That's why cliffhangers drive me crazy. Because I hate having to wait for the next book.
Yeah, like when you tap your books as you talk.
Like this?
Exactly.
That's just to mess with you.
I know. I'm well aware.
Sometimes I do that to mess with him. It's kind of funny. Because the expressions on his face are hilarious.
Yeah, there's something.
But I'm interested to see where this goes as we keep going throughout the story. Hopefully we'll get some more backstory on some of the other characters that I'm really interested in. I feel like we got enough. Not that I don't like Kingfisher and Saris, but I already know a lot about them. I want to know more about the other characters that we don't know much about yet. Especially one that just showed up at the end of this chapter that I just finished. And I'm like, okay, this is getting interesting. But I'm also very tired, and I feel like I need sleep, which is why I'm pausing here. But as soon as I wake up, I will be coming back to this, because after what was just revealed, I need to know what's going to happen. So I'm going to go get some sleep and hopefully get right back to reading in the morning. And then hopefully later on during the day, I'll have another update for you guys on how it's going. So far, really enjoying it. Currently at like a 4-star. I'm hoping by the end of this will be a 5-star. I'm predicting this to be a 5-star book. But at the rate it's going, it's currently a 4. Hopefully that will go up as I continue. So I'll give you, I can't talk today. I will give you guys another reading update as soon as I get some more done later. So hopefully I'll catch up with you guys once I have some more reading in. So I'll see you all then.
Goodbye.
It is now currently about 10 after 1 in the morning going into Monday. And I want to give you guys a bit of an update. I just got to page 386 in Brimstone, which is the start of chapter 31. And as I progress through the story, I'm loving it more and more as I go. I'm predicting this to be a 5-star. Maybe even a 6-star, but we'll see how it goes. But I am loving the characters. Saris is a badass. I love the way she throws down. Like, she doesn't care like who's in her way. She'll throw down. And I love that about her. And I love how she is with Kingfisher. I love how he's so devoted to her and he will do anything to be there for her no matter what. And Carrion might grow to be another favorite character just because I really, really love the way when he was on his journey with Kingfisher about like everything they went through together and how their relationship between Carrion and Kingfisher. I love how that's developing. And the farther more I go, I just adore Carrion. And like there's a lot going on and I don't want to talk about too much about the plot because that will give everything away. If you haven't read Quicksilver, you definitely should. I'm even getting my fiance to read Quicksilver. And I'm so glad that Ray's reading it because I think he's really going to like it. Despite the explicit content here and there. But I'm excited to see what he thinks on the first book. Because I'm loving this and I'm just having so much fun with it. Like every time I pick it back up again, I just get thrown back into this world and I love the characters and I truly care for every single one of them. except for some of the vampires. The vampires I could do without, but, well, we kind of need them for the story, so. But stuff has thrown down, stuff is going crazy up in here, and I can see the look on Ray's face right now. He's like, what the heck? But I'm having such a great time. Like, if I didn't have to be up early, I would keep reading. But I have a doctor's appointment early in the morning, and my dad will be here to take me. So I can't stay up too much longer because I need to get some sleep. But I want to tell you guys what I'm thinking and feeling about Brimstone right now. And I'm really loving it. I can't wait to see how it all ends. I probably have another 300 pages left to go. Maybe a little less. I mean, I'm at page 386. And there's how many pages again? 660. So I'm getting there. I read so much already. I cannot wait to see how the last bit is going to go. I will have to do some more reading later because I do not know when I'll be back to reading again. With my dad being here, we might do some stuff with him. So whenever I get home, I will be back to devour this book. Because I really want to finish it and see how it goes. Because there's so much happening right now that I want to talk about, but I can't. Because that would spoil everything. But if you've already read Brimstone, I would love to hear your thoughts. Definitely tell me either in the comments or message me, either way. I need to know what people are thinking and feeling about this book. I've seen a lot of 5-star reviews on GoodReads already. So that's good news, I think. So I'm hoping this is going to be a 5-star, if not a 6-star. Hopefully in the next day or so, I can finally finish this book.
You'll have it done by tomorrow night. Who are you? Later tonight. Who are you kidding?
Well, I would like for that to happen because I read a good bit already in the past couple days. So I'm excited to see how it all develops. I'm obsessed. I really wish I didn't have to get up so early because I want to continue. I am loving these characters and I can't get enough. And I heard there's going to be a third book coming too. Because I heard there's like a heck of a cliffhanger at the end of this one. So I'm sure after this is over, I'm going to have to wait another year for the last book. Which is going to suck, I'm sure. I mean, I waited a whole year for this one. I mean, I read Quicksilver last year. Pretty sure around the same time as this.
I actually think it was.
But, yeah. We're going to have to wait a whole nother year just to finish the series.
I might have to wait then because I don't want to be caught in a cliffhanger.
Well, right now, you have access to the second book.
No, but then it's
I just don't know if there's going to be a cliffhanger at the end of this one. I mean,
right.
I've heard there is one.
Well, if there is one, you'll have to tell me because I'll wait to read it till the whole series is out.
Well, you're going to be waiting a whole nother year for that.
Well, I'm already waiting for a series or two to finish up, so there you go.
At least as far as I know, it's only supposed to be 3 books, but what if Callie Hart changes her mind and makes it a longer series? Because that was, I mean, not that I would mind too terribly much because I love this world and the characters, but at the same time, I don't want to have to wait years to finish a series. Because it's too good. But like she gives us such great character work and such an amazing plot. At least she takes the time to really
flesh out the characters.
Yeah. Flesh out the story. It's so good. If only I didn't have to get up so early.
Alright, well, you do. We'll get through it and then you'll get back to your book.
Yeah.
And you'll finish it up and then you'll do an update with that too.
Yeah, so I better go get some sleep, and hopefully I can have this book done before my next update. So hopefully I will see you guys once I either finish this book or I have something else I want to talk about. So I will be back later, so see you all then. It is now Wednesday evening, almost midnight, and I wanted to give you guys an update on Brimstone. I just finished the book, like literally, like just a couple minutes ago. And what a ride this was. I was up and down in emotions. There was like one part where I was really sad in particular. I won't say what part it was because it was kind of close to the end. So I don't want to give away anything. But it was a sad moment. And we really focus a lot on Ceres and Kingfisher in this. And we learn new stuff about Kingfisher that nobody knew beforehand. At least not very many people knew. Ceres definitely didn't. So I definitely learned some new stuff through her eyes. And it was... I don't even know how to put this into words, really. There was just so much that happened in this book. I felt like some stuff could have been edited out, maybe. Felt like it was a little bit long. Like longer than it should have been. I feel like there are some scenes that could have been cut out that weren't really necessary, I felt. But there were some fun parts and then some really emotional ones and some were like, what the heck just happened scenes. And the very last page, like, what the heck? How do you win a book like that? I mean, I know a lot of people say it's a cliffhanger, and I could see why, but it's, to me it felt like half a cliffhanger, but not really a cliffhanger, if that makes any sense. In a way, it kind of felt satisfactory, but at the same time, I'm like, wait, what? So now we have to wait a whole nother year for the next book to come out. And I wish we didn't have to wait that long because I want to find out what actually happens after that last page. The last few pages of this book, I felt like, what? The last chapter or so, I'm like, I was so confused at what was going on. I think that was a part of the reason why, like, I was predicting this to be a 5-star. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at predicting 5 stars. This is more of a 4-star, I feel. Because there was some stuff that I did understand, but at the end, it just felt kind of confusing. Like, I did not understand what was going on or why. Up until that last line of the book, I was just like, huh? I mean, the last line gave it a little bit more context, but it was still kind of confusing overall, that last scene. I was like questioning everything. But overall, it was a very fast-paced book for the most part. Just could use a little bit of editing down overall, I think. But it wasn't a bad book. I really enjoyed it. They were just... I think it needed some more editing and some more clarification in that last scene overall. Unless we're meant to be confused. I don't know. Are we, Kelly? I honestly don't know. I'm not sure if we were supposed to be confused. Or what. Like, I just don't know. But I will continue the series because after that last line, I need to know what's going to happen next. So yes, I will be reading the 3rd book when it comes out. And I'm interested to see the movie adaptation of the 1st book. Because I think I like the 1st book more than I did this one. I think it's because there was more banter and more like... I mean, there's a lot of world building in this book. But I felt like in the 1st one, it was more entertaining than I felt this one was. Which is why it's a 4-star, I think. But overall, not a bad book. Just need a little bit more work, I think. So we are done with the 1st book of Brimstone. Officially 4 stars. I'm not going to predict 5 stars anymore because they end up never being 5 stars. I am not good at that. But anyway, we are moving on to our next book of this vlog. So I am starting to go with Hollow by the Twisted Sisters, Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. They are the same authors of Zodiac Academy. I read the first 2 books of the Zodiac Academy series, and I do want to continue that series. However, this is their newest book. And as far as my understanding is, this book has nothing to do with Zodiac Academy. And I'm using this to fulfill another reading challenge that I'm doing. There's like a bingo board kind of thing with, like, if we have the number, there's like a prompt, and then if we have that number, we read a book to fill that prompt. So the number that came up I had on my board, and it's enemies to lovers. So I found out that this book is enemies to lovers, and it just came out literally yesterday. Yeah, yesterday's the 25th. So it literally just came out, and it's on KU. So I downloaded it on KU. So I'm gonna start reading this. I feel like this needs to be wiped down. I just realized it's kind of dusty. So I need to wipe it down. But I'm going to start reading this. I think it said it only like 49 chapters, close to it. I feel like I get that done rather quickly because I can read very fast on a Kindle. So I'm going to get started. Hopefully I'll have an update for you guys either, well, definitely not tonight because I'm just starting. So probably later on tomorrow. It is Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I really have no plans. Ray and I are making our own dinner. While most people are having turkey, we're having steak. And I love steak. And it's a lot easier than making turkey, in my opinion. So that's our plan for tomorrow. And hopefully I can get some more reading in on Hollow. Hopefully I'll have an update for you guys later on tomorrow. So once I have some reading in, I'll catch up with you guys. So I will see you all then. It is now Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, at about 4:15 in the afternoon. And I have been reading Hollow by Caroline Peckham, Suzanne Valenti. It's interesting. I just got to chapter 17. You probably can't really see because of the glare. But I am on chapter 17, which is 37% in. And it's fast-paced, this story. Like, the action does not let up. Like, it just keeps going and going, and more things are happening, and more things are happening. And it's just, I don't want to say the word interesting again, because I feel like I use that word way too much. But it's definitely action-packed, and I have not wanted to put it down since I picked it back up again today. I read a little last night, but I got so tired I couldn't keep my eyes open and had to go to sleep. But since I picked it up today, it's been fascinating. Like, this story, like, I just want to keep going and see what's going to happen next. And, like, the banter between Ferris and Hendrix, I love the banter. It's hilarious. It's definitely enemies to lovers, for sure. I could definitely feel the enemies part of it. We haven't gotten to the lovers part yet. But I love the banter. That's probably my favorite part of this book so far, is the banter. I love how they keep going back and forth with each other. And this is a kind of a fascinating world. I wasn't really expecting, like I knew this was like trials and stuff, but I'm not really getting much of the trials as much as I thought I would. But I am enjoying it overall so far. It's definitely an interesting concept. And I like the fact that we're using spirits in this realm. And not so much relying on magic. It's more spirit related. I mean, there is a little bit of magic, but I love how it's mostly centered around the spirits of, like, the animals and stuff. And the amulets you're supposed to be getting. I just think that's really, really fascinating. And I am going to continue. I need to know what's going to happen next. And I'm interested in what's going to happen with Ferris and Hendrix. If Ferris is going to get away or not, I don't know. But I'm really into this. And so since I'm almost to the 40% mark, I'm going to try to keep going and see how much I could get done today. At some point, I will be helping Ray cook dinner. It's just the two of us for Thanksgiving, so we're making steak and mashed potatoes, like real mashed potatoes, not the instant stuff, and a squash and zucchini mix. So I'm looking forward to having dinner later, and I will keep going and reading some more of Hollow, and I will update you guys a little bit later when I have something more. If not before I finish the book, then definitely when I finish, because it definitely has some interesting aspects so far. So I'm going to keep on going. I will keep you guys updated later on. It is now Black Friday, actually. I'm not shopping today, by the way. I don't necessarily have the money to do so right now. However, I am reading. So I did just finish Hollow by the Twisted Sisters, Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. I skipped through a lot of the second half. I was getting kind of bored. Not necessarily like bored as in like plot wise. The plot was ever moving. Like it was not stopping. Like things were happening. The reason why I was bored is because I truly grew to not like the characters. Like their evolution didn't like so much. Like it started out okay, that like I liked the beginning part, but as it kept going and more stuff was happening, I really didn't like our main characters. And the reason why I didn't like Ferris was because she's just super naive. And I did not like how she kept falling for the same things that Hendrix was putting out over and over again. And even when she were to do certain things on her own, she always went back to him. The whole thing kind of reminded me of a toxic relationship. I feel like the two of them were just too toxic for each other. And I truly did not like that. It's supposed to be like, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be fated mates or enemies to lovers or what it is, but something about it just really, really rubbed me the wrong way. And I truly could not stand Hendrix. He was the worst one between the two of them, in my opinion. I just felt like he was the worst when it came to like trying to be, like he kept breaking her trust over and over and over again. And for good reason. However, I could not stand him. I grew to really hate him. And I was thinking of giving this a 3-star rating. However, as I'm thinking about it in my head, I'm like, I think I need to drop this to a 2-star. Because the plot was good. I enjoyed the plot overall. It was just the two main characters. I did not see going into this that this was going to be like, this bad. I mean, I truly love the Zodiac Academy series. At least the first 2 books in that series. I've only read the first 2. That one's a little bit different. That's when I expected going into it. That one was a bully romance. However, going into this one, I was hoping this was completely different. Like, no bullies whatsoever. But he was truly a bully. And I wasn't expecting that going into it. And I think that's why I truly had a hard time with it. So I think I'm going to go down to a 2-star. The only thing I really liked, I think, besides the plot, was the spirits of the animals. And that they're able to talk to Ferris. I think that was pretty cool overall. Besides that, I truly could not stand these characters. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go down to a 2-star on that one. Just not quite my vibe. However, I am ready to move on to a new book. And this one came out November 4th. So it is a new release, and I've never read anything from this author before. I got it off of Libby, and I only have 5 days left on it. So I figured now would be a good time to read it. So this is Cold Wire by Chloe Gong. She is most famous for her Romeo and Juliet retelling. What's that called again? Shoot, I forgot the name of that book. Anyways, that's what she's the most famous for. However, she did come out with Cold Wire this month in November. So this is a dystopian story. And then when I read the description, it has a military academy in it. And I'm a sucker for a good academy story. And all the books I've read that have academies in it, I seem to really enjoy. So I'm excited to get started on this one. And I'm hoping this one's going to be good, because I've never read Chloe Gong before. This is my first time. So I'm excited to dive in and see what her writing is all about. I think this one's more middle grade. I think when I was looking at it on Amazon, it said between grades of 9 and... Was it grade or age of 9 and 12? I think it was age. I think so. But I'm going to get started because I'm really excited to read this one. I think it's going to be an interesting story. And I do use that word a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll give you guys an update hopefully later on today. So I will see you all then.
You do that.
It is now almost 2 in the morning, going into Monday, December 1st. And it's been a couple of days since I did an update. Last time you saw me, I was just starting Cold Wire. And I did not do a reading update in between. I was going to, and then I got distracted by doing other things, like rewatching Stranger Things. And then
Your live show.
I had my live show for North is the Night.
Afterward.
And then I had a 7-hour hangout with my besties, Nikki and Clint. So that was fun. So I didn't get to do any reading till like 10 o'clock or so at night. So I finally picked it back up after starting it a couple days ago. I was about almost halfway into it when I put it down the first time. And I was obsessed with it, and I was predicting a 5-star. I'm like, I'm loving this right now. Like, where's it gonna go from here? And then after putting it down for as much time as I did, I don't know why I did. Why it took so long for me to pick it back up. Not necessarily because I didn't want to. I just had other things, and then I wasn't thinking about reading as much. So I think that detracted a little bit from when I went to go back into it. I was still enjoying it, but I wasn't as like... what I should have done is just stayed up all night and read the whole freaking book. And I didn't. I read half of it, and then I took a break, and I shouldn't have taken a break. Because after doing that, it detracted how much I was loving it. So I still really enjoyed the book. I just wasn't like obsessed, like 5-star, you know? And I haven't had a 5-star since September. So I don't know what's going on. It's nuts. But I did just finish it. And I still really, really enjoyed it. I had so much fun with it. And I really would recommend this book because it totally gave me Divergent vibes, first of all. Second of all, it had virtual reality in it, which I thought was fascinating. And I don't see very many books like that. Hardly anything. And this is my first time reading Chloe Gong. And she did a really good job sucking me in. Because the ending, I'm like, wait, what just happened? I'm like, huh? It was a shocker of an ending. I like totally did not see that coming. It would have been a 5-star, probably, if I just stayed up that whole first night reading the whole book. I decided to go to sleep instead. But it was still such a fun book that I really think not very many people are talking about it. I mean, it just came out November 4th. And I know people talk about Chloe's other books, more. I'm surprised this one didn't get that much hype at all. I mean, I knew it was out there because I found it on GoodReads and entered the giveaway for it. And though I never actually won the giveaway, I was able to get it off of Libby because my hold came in on it, and I finally decided to read it. So I'm glad that I did, because it really got me into Chloe's writing, and I want to read more books from her because I really enjoyed this one. So I have, what's that one called? But shoot, I had it pulled up. Let me check what it was again, because I completely forgot. It was These Violent Delights. That's it. That's the other one I have of hers that I also want to read. And then I have Immortal Longings as well that I've been meaning to also read. So I do want to read those books because I really enjoyed this one. It was my kind of introduction to her writing. And it was, I mean, this story was fast-paced. It was action-packed. There was always something going on. And I'm surprised no one's talking about this book, in all honesty. I really think it deserves more hype. And it's a new release. So I'm so confused why no one's really talking or reading it right now. I mean, there are some reviews on GoodReads of people who have read it. There are some that really loved it and then others that didn't. And like when I was reading some of the reviews, I was surprised at what some of the people were saying. But I haven't seen any booktuber talk about it. And I watch a lot of booktubers. I subscribe to a lot of people. And not one person has mentioned this book. So now I'm mentioning it, and I'm telling you, you should go read it. Because I want more people to read this book. I mean, I was so close to being totally obsessed to give it a 5-star rating. I'm giving it actually a 4 instead of a 5. I think the only reason why I'm giving it, I can't talk today. The only reason I'm giving it a 4, I think it's because I took that break and I tried getting back into it, and it's hard to get back into after putting it down. I mean, yes, it was action-packed and it kept the story going and things were happening, and I'm like, okay, interesting. But there were parts where I was like skipping through some of the description to get to the dialogue. I think it probably, I don't know, I don't think it's the book. I think it's me. I think I'm having issues finding the right 5-star. Because it's been months. It's now December 1st.
Are your expectations too high, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going into these books with way too high of expectations.
My advice, for what it's worth, is go into a book with no expectation.
Yeah. I think that's what I need to do, because I've been going into so many books lately with high expectations because I've heard either really good things or if it's one I'm really anticipating. And then it just seems to let me down in some ways. I mean, I went into Brimstone thinking it was going to be like a 5-6 star book. It ended up being a 4-star. I went into Hollow thinking it was going to be at least a 4-star, if not higher. And I gave it 2 stars.
Well, I can
in this vlog.
I can understand about Brimstone. For what it's worth, I can understand about Brimstone.
Yeah. And then this one, I went into with super high expectations, thinking I was going to love this book, because I started out, and the first 4%, I was hooked. I did not want to put it down. I put it down. And probably shouldn't have. I think that's what led to my downfall a little bit. I'm sure if I just kept going that very night, I don't think I would have had this problem. But I really enjoyed the book. It's not like I didn't like it, because I really did. I was invested in these characters and what the heck was going on, because I needed to know. And I'm glad I got to the end of that book, because the way they intertwine the 2 girls, I'm like, wait, what just happened? Because we're following 2 separate girls in this story. One named Leah, and one named Irael. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's spelled Eirale. I don't know how to say that. Iral, Errol, I don't know. But we're following the two girls, and they're both on different missions. One was in this military academy, and she got this special posting that she had to go on with a classmate of hers. And then the other girl, Irel, however you pronounce her name, at the very beginning is on this mission and then gets kidnapped by the guy she's supposed to like arrest. And then she goes on this journey with him and his friends, and it was really interesting, like the way they put the virtual reality stuff in, and like the whole setup totally reminded me of Divergent. Very, very similar. However, the virtual reality gave it a good spin, I think. So I would highly recommend it, because I really had a fun time. Just, for some reason, I don't know why, that is just not a 5-star. Because I really enjoyed it. I think I just need to lower my expectations when it comes to books. Maybe I should start doing that going into them. Because it's been months since I had a 5-star, and I need to find my way back in. So maybe at some point, I'll do a vlog where I keep reading books until I get a 5-star. That could be fun.
Try that once.
I have not done that yet. I have the idea to do it, but I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I don't know if I'll get to that vlog in December. If not, definitely January. Because I do really want to do that vlog where I keep reading until I find a 5-star. Because I need to find a 5-star. It's been months, people, months. So I'm going to end this vlog here because it is December 1st now, and I want to start a new vlog for this, because I'm participating in this readathon where it's back to Kindle. So I will be reading more Kindle books. So I'm going to end these new releases here. At least I ended with a book that I really, really enjoyed. I'm glad it wasn't one that I hated, because that would have been disappointing. So at least we ended with a decent book, and I really do think people should read this book. If you have not read Cold Wire by Chloe Gong, you definitely should, because it was a fascinating plot, and the ending, holy moly, I did not see that coming. And I would like to talk about it with people, but nobody's read it. So please go read it and come back to me and tell me what you think, because I need to hear people's thoughts. So I'm going to end this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed hearing all my thoughts on these new releases. If you did enjoy it, give me a big thumbs up. If you got this far into the video, you don't feel like being chatty, why don't you leave me what can we do for new releases? Oh, you know what? Give me the fire emoji for Brimstone, because there's fire in Brimstone. And plenty of it. So give me as many fire emojis as you can. And if you want to see more bookish content and more vlogs and more bookish videos that I have coming up, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all in the next one.